Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our next SWE specials. This is SWE Warzone. Now, this should be an interesting one. A little bit different. We're not going to do a theme this week. We're literally just going to put some shows on based on how good people are in the rankings. And we're starting things off with a SWE Hardcore Championship match. We have got Zandig, who's currently up on like +5. He's really high in the rankings now. We have got Darby, Allin, the former Hardcore Champion, and Matanza making his first championship defense. This is going to be a triple threat elimination table match. I tried to make my own Matanza and I'm not happy with it at all. There's not many options, and none of them really looked very good, and I just thought I could take a Jeff Cobb core and change the attire, but it's not really worked how I intended. I'll have another play with it in the future, but either way, Matanza's first championship defense. I think he won it in a triple threat table match, didn't he? I believe he did. And we're going straight into another one as well. Of course, a point for each elimination. Plus, of course, an extra point for the winner. So there's a chance of 3 points in this match. So if someone does have a dominant performance, they can really do well. Don't know why my Alexa just kicked in there for a second, but whatever floats a boat, eh? So yeah, should be interesting. We've got 2 championship matches lined up for this evening. We've got this one, and then in our main event, we will see Pete Dunne defend his European Championship. He's not done that for a while, and he'll today be facing off against Zack Sabre Jr. And squeeze in the middle, we'll have a Women's Tag Team Championship #1 contendership match where we'll see Nia Jax and Tamina go up against the Queen Kongs. The team of Aja Kong and Awesome Kong, which somebody put together on a Cyber Sunday. I can't remember who it was. I've got a feeling it may have been Omega. But I do apologize if I just given away somebody else's credit. But yeah, I've got a feeling it may have been Omega. But yeah, we'll see them again here this evening. Nice big sit-out powerbomb there by Matanza on Darby Allin. Darby Allin was our second ever Hardcore Champion. Of course, the belt was won as part of the Tournament of Death, or the King of the Deathmatch tournament. That was won by Chessman, who defended it. Well, he didn't defend it, did he? His first championship defense, he lost the belt, didn't he? So, to Darby Allin. I think that was Revolution, maybe? I might be wrong. Big discus lariat there by Zandig, who, yeah, has just done incredibly well recently. I think it may have been on Cyber Sunday. He was involved in a triple threat hardcore match and elimination, got all the eliminations and picked himself up some good points, and that's really put him high up in the rankings. Matanza now, big German suplex on Zandig. And again, another one. Boom. Launched him round like he weighs absolutely nothing. Darby Allin heads up onto the top as Matanza slamming Zandig down, and Matanza really in firm control here. Look at the strength of this man. He's an absolute brute. Absolute brute. Zandig flattening Matanza face first, and Zandig with a big chop across the throat. And now Zandig is doing pretty well here. Oh, he was until I complimented him. Now getting caught out, and Darby Allin sending Matanza into that corner. Again, a big chop right across the neck. Big slam there by Zandig, just launching Darby Allin across the ring. Zandig again now dropping Darby Allin, going after Matanza. That's the big elimination here. And a big back to belly slam there by Matanza Cueto, bringing Zandig back up. But Zandig playing possum. Nice backbreaker into a Russian leg sweep by Darby Allin. And there's the coffin drop. Wow. Big maneuver there by Darby Allin, but what he needs now is to get an elimination as quickly as he can. Try and get himself a point. He sends Zandig into the corner, should I say. Matanza bringing a second table into the ring. Sending Darby Allin into the corner. Matanza Cueto now big chop across the neck. Nice jawbreaker. Again into the corner, and Darby Allin again with a big chop across the chest of Matanza Cueto. And Darby Allin taking down Zandig, wrenching back at the arm. Matanza just disappearing out the way for the moment. Probably a wise move. Darby Allin staring down at the grounded Zandig now. Into the corner. This is an opportunity. And Darby Allin taking Zandig up into a powerbomb position and straight through the table. Darby Allin gets the first elimination of the match. And we are down to just 2 in this match now. Zandig suffers only his second ever loss in SWE. Drops him down to +4, which is still not bad at all. Darby Allin, who is currently in 14th position, is going to get himself an extra point, which puts him up to 6th. Doesn't move anywhere. Still stays where he was. Matanza Cueto now setting the table up. Of course, the next person to go through a table... Well, the next person to put somebody through a table will not only win the match, but be our hardcore champion. Of course, Matanza Cueto, the current champion. Darby Allin, a former champion. Matanza Cueto now brings Darby Allin up against the table, and Darby fighting back and then rolling Matanza through. I thought he was trying to catch the table there. Matanza able to avoid it. Darby Allin now rolling Matanza Cueto through with a Hurricanrana. And a stiff punch right in the face by Matanza Cueto. And then into that standing shooting star. Nice jawbreaker there by Darby Allin. Again in with a jawbreaker. Matanza Cueto now taking Darby up in a powerbomb position. If he just turned around, he could have eliminated him here, but it almost seems like Matanza Cueto is just enjoying playing with Darby Allin here. Darby Allin heading up top now, rolling Matanza through. Darby Allin now reverse suplex, no, into a stunner, wow. Matanza now taking Darby Allin up into the powerbomb. And Matanza just surely needs to finish this one off now. He's just in so much control of this right now. Drags Darby Allin along, up against the table. Matanza Cueto now in with that pump handle suplex straight through the table. Darby Allin is going to come out of this one even. He's going to lose the point that he gained. Whereas Matanza Cueto, Matanza, there he is, gets a point and an elimination. So that's going to move him up to +4. All of a sudden, Matanza Cueto firing himself up the rankings. Zandig is going to drop down 1 into 23rd, which effectively is joint 37th. Yes, there's a big load of people there all on the same amount of points. But well done to Matanza Cueto, his first championship defense. I'll have another play with the attire. It looks a bit too clean and fresh, and that's the problem. If I can make him look a bit more dirty, and that's the way forward, I think, isn't it? Right, let's move on to our second match of the evening. And here we go then, #1 contendership for the Women's Tag Team Championships. We've got the Queen of Kongs, Awesome Kong and Aja Kong, going up against the team of Nia Jax and Tamina Snuka. So this should be an interesting one. I become quite a bit of a fan of Aja Kong recently. I don't know why. Just something about her just really makes me want to see more. And that's exactly what we're doing here. In singles competition, she currently sits on +1. Awesome Kong currently sits on 0. Nia Jax is currently sat... Where is Nia Jax? Nia Jax currently sat on +3, which is quite good. Tamina... You gotta see her. Tamina currently sits on 0. This is Tamina's debut. Okay. I just thought it'd be a bit of a good mix. Two very strong, very aggressive tag teams. Of course, our current champions, the Glamazons, Beth Phoenix and Natalya, also very physical, very strong. So I thought it might be the best option to throw these teams in, just for a bit of fun, you know. I had an open choice. We've not really done a lot with the women's tag team division so far. Maybe we could look at doing some sort of tournament at some point. We do have 40 teams on the ranking system. So we could do a 36-team tournament, I suppose. Well, obviously, we don't need to put the champions in there. We don't need to put the job-in tag team in there, which means that 2 other tag teams will miss out. But I think there's probably a couple of tag teams where we do have... we probably do have duplicates of people, if that makes sense. So, for example, Aja Kong is also in a tag team called Jungle Jack alongside Bison Kimura. And also... Do we have any? I bet we probably have another one. Don't we? Probably have another one which has got 2 people. I mean, Charlotte and Lacey Evans and Charlotte and Tessa Blanchard. There's another 2 tag teams there. One of those can drop out. So, yeah, we can easily put together a 36-woman tag team championship or a 36-woman tag team tournament. The winners, of course, get an opportunity. But I want to try and get a bit ahead of myself in videos at the moment. I'm struggling a bit. I've had a lot of visitors over the last few weeks, so my backlog has completely disappeared. I like to have quite a few videos up ahead so I can keep track of stuff, but yeah, that's not going as well at this point in time. We'll get there, though. We'll get there. Aja Kong now with a big elbow drop right into the heart of Tamina, and there is the pin, but Nia Jax able to come back into the ring and break that one up. Awesome Kong just gorilla pressed Nia Jax and attempted spinning back fist there by Aja Kong twice. Tamina able to avoid it. Tamina now in with the backbreaker. Nice backbreaker there by Nia Jax. Aja Kong now sending Nia face first into the steel steps. Nia Jax now with Awesome Kong up in the air, but Awesome Kong did fight back, but Nia was just quicker. Never thought I'd ever say that phrase, do you? Nia was quicker. Nice jumping senton there by Nia Jax and Awesome Kong as well. Aja Kong seems to be in firm control of Tamina on the outside of the ring. Nia Jax now with a pin. Aja Kong was there to break it up. Nice jawbreaker by Aja Kong. And a spinning fist. That's the only way I can describe it, because, I mean, there is better descriptions there, but that's what I came out with, spinning fist. That does it, I suppose. Awesome Kong now fighting Tamina up on the shoulders and into a Death Valley driver as Aja Kong controlling Nia Jax on the outside. Awesome Kong again up into the Death Valley driver. There's the pin. Nia Jax is grounded. This could be the chance for the Queen Kongs to pick up the victory, and tis indeed. They do get the win. Tamina and Nia Jax suffer a loss. Tamina with a loss. Nia Jax with a tag team loss. And victories for Awesome Kong and Aja Kong. There we go. Boom. Those rankings are updated. And yeah, we will see again the Queen Kongs in control, in competition tomorrow now then, as they will face off against our current champions, the Glamazons, for an opportunity at the SWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Right, let's move on to our main event of the evening. And here we go, the main event of the evening, European Championship. We have got Pete Dunne making a defense against Zack Sabre Jr. Alright, so Pete Dunne is our second ever European champion. He defeated the British Bull, was it? Or did he defeat... Hang on a minute. Am I completely wrong here? I may be completely wrong here. No, Finn Balor was the very first champion. Okay, then Pete Dunne defeated Finn Balor, and now this is Dunne's second defense, maybe? I don't know, I'm losing track now, to be honest. I was doing those Tale of the Championship videos, weren't I? But, it's too much. It's not worth it. What's the point? Let's just concentrate on doing other stuff. So Pete Dunne here, great opportunity to showcase his ability against somebody who I would regard as one of the best wrestlers in the world, and Zack Sabre Jr. Pete Dunne now stamping on the back of the knees of Zack Sabre Jr. Zack just booting Pete Dunne away. Big boot in the back of the head and one in the chest as well. Pete now catching Zack up into a beautiful butterfly suplex. Looking for the boot in the spine, but Zack able to avoid, and Zack now a butterfly suplex of his own, taking down Mr. Pete Dunne. And Zack now able to lock in the cross armbar on Pete Dunne. Early on in the match, and it's not quite enough to finish it off at this point. Again, Zack locking in another cross armbar. And again, the referee shows that the Pete Dunne was able to break free. Pete Dunne now up on the top, celebrating. It might be a little bit risky here, though. God, the cat frightens the life out of me when she just turns up and rubs against my leg without me noticing she's there. Oh no, I apologise. Is it raining outside? You're a bit wet. Zack now looking to wrench back at the arm of Pete Dunne. Arm breaker. Pete slow looking to try and get back up to his feet, but Zack has him caught. Stamping on the back of the knees. Pete now with a stiff forearm. Pete Dunne now stalking, looking potentially for a bitter end here. Boom. It's not enough. The bitter end was not enough to pick up the victory. Pete Dunne fighting back, running forearm, completely brutalizing Zack Sabre Jr. There's the pin again, only enough for the 2 count. I struggle with these. There's so many people I want to use, and it's so difficult sometimes because there's just not enough space on the cards. But we always have to think about what's going to happen next week, I suppose. Next week, I believe we're going to get to show 100 next week. So I may do a Shabby Mania, maybe. There's a bit of a special. I don't know yet. We should do something for... I don't know. We might just do some random shows, maybe. I don't know. Zack now with a dragon suplex on Pete Dunne, who gets folded in half. Zack runs straight into the pin for the 2 and not the 3. Pete Dunne, nice running forearm. Pete Dunne with a big elbow. And Zack once again around the back, another dragon suplex. There's the pin for the 1, the 2. Still only a 2 count. Pete Dunne survives, but how much more has he got left to give here? That's the big question. And Zack now locking in the octopus stretch. Pete Dunne was so much in control of this early on, but now Zack is really starting to take more of the control and now taking Zack up into an... Oh, I thought it was going to X-Plex, but he just turned it into a suplex captured powerbomb. And Pete Dunne now with the X-Plex. This has been a really good match between these two. A really good match. It's a shame we're not going to get to see it in real life, well, anytime soon anyway. And that's it. Pete Dunne is victorious, and Pete Dunne retains the SWE European Championship. Of course, the former SWE champion. And that does do him well. That keeps him high in the rankings. He moves up to 6 now. No, he moves up to 6 singles victories, which puts him on plus 17. No, plus 12, sorry, puts him on. I'll get there eventually. Zack Sabre Jr., though, he was on... Where are you, Zack? I know you're around here somewhere. I saw your name. There you are. Zack is currently on plus 5. This is going to put him down to plus 4, which is not ideal. Not where he's going to want to be, but it is what it is. And there we go. Victory for good old Mr. Pete Dunne. Zack won't be happy. He'll feel like he should have done a bit better there, and I feel like he might have done a bit better, but I mean, it was a pretty even match. Both guys had some opportunities, but it was the bruiserweight Pete Dunne in the end who walks out victorious and retains the European Championship. Right, that is it for tonight's show. I hope you have enjoyed. Of course, if you have, hit the like, subscribe, all the other good stuff. We'll be back tomorrow where we will have 3 more matches for you. We will have the Glamazons defending that Women's Tag Team Championships against the Queen Kongs. Mr. Brody Lee will take on Tito Santana. And we will see a fatal 4-way elimination main event. The Undertaker, Sabu, Diamond Dallas Page, and Stevie Ray. I know it sounds random, but those guys are all roughly on the same ranking point, so it's going to be good to spread those people around. Well, there we go. I hope you've enjoyed. Like, subscribe, the good stuff, and I will see you again next time. Good night. God bless. Auf Wiedersehen. Tati buys.